How's it going? How's it going, folks? I'm just gonna take one moment. Just take a look at that right there. You already see what time it is. You already see what time it is. We got the notes right here. We got the notes right here. Of course, you know I gotta promote my shit, man. I gotta support myself, man. And your boy's out here playing a little bit of DJ, but you know what? Let me go ahead and get this set up real quick. Let me get this set up real quick, and I'm just hoping that this freaking my desk is so cluttered, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Ooh. All right, I think we should be good. All right, let me go ahead and get this started. So let me cut this up a little bit. All right. How's it going, folks? How's it going? Now we got the whole squad, the whole gang here, man. I'm playing a little bit of music. Shout out to Chris Brown. Shout out to Gucci Mane. Shout out to whoever it is that essentially helped in making this little work right here, because it's definitely a banger. Tone it down. It's like one of those, I'm not even gonna say summer vibes, but it's one of those chill vibes, but bam! Especially when the beat hits, man. But okay, whatever. Y'all already know what's up, man. Let's get into the introduction. I am Zachariah White. Y'all already know, a.k.a. Big Daddy Drip. Back at it like it's nothing with this drip in the sauce, cause I am the boss. I am back. We are here. We have our second episode of the Royal High Table for this particular week. And I gotta say this, man, y'all. This is, I think, the first time that I did an episode on Tuesday and Thursday since I got out of that freaking isolation house, man. It feels good to be back. It feels so good to be back. Let me cut the volume down a little bit, though. Let me cut the volume down a little bit. All right. But anyway, man, I got some stuff in store. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not get more warm-up questions because I don't know. I might mess around and shoot. I might could go for a little bit. Even as I found with the last for my people on YouTube, last video for my people on all the podcast websites for the last podcast. For the warm-up questions, man, shoot, I was going on for a little bit, all right? And again, I want to encourage you guys to, you know, y'all feel free to articulate whatever responses that you guys have to the question, or even whatever responses you guys have to whatever it is that I'm kicking out, whatever, you know, information or you know, thoughts or opinions or whatever that I'm spewing out of, you know, from my own brain, out of my own mouth. You know, y'all feel free to leave that down in the comment section. Y'all feel free to hit me up on social media. You know, let me know what's on your mind, man. Let me know. I ain't gonna bite. I ain't gonna bite, y'all. But nonetheless, man, as far as to get to the warm-up questions, we still got a good bit. Now, I also have to say this though, right? I do have one hot question, right? I have one hot question, sort of kind of like how I did on what's it called? On Tuesday, and I was trying to get 2 and 3, but with the hot topic, I'm not actually. Yo, by the way, shout out to Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, cause high school, that's definitely that shit. Gotta get my snaps off for that one, man. Round of applause. But anyway, though, because with the information, like I only went to one particular source, but it was like, damn, there is so much of this, right? That like, goddamn, like I don't know. I may not even be able to get to other, you know, topics. I don't know. But you know what? We'll get into that later. But nonetheless, though, all right, we are here, and it is a custom here at the Royal High Table. You know, with the White Empire, the color spectrum. You know, y'all don't even know about that shit though. But y'all will in due time. All right. But it's a custom here, right? Everybody is a king or queen. Everybody is a god or goddess. Everybody is a boss. Everybody is an emperor, an empress, a pharaoh, or a pharaoh. I don't know what the female version of pharaoh is. Maybe there isn't one. But nonetheless, though, everybody has that version of themselves. Everybody owns some shit. All right. Now, whether they know it or not, whether they know what realms they have control over or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. You're gonna come across a whole bunch of people that do, a whole bunch of people that got an idea, a whole bunch of people that ain't got no clue. But nonetheless, though, we honor everybody the same. So when y'all pull up to this table, and when y'all eat, when y'all drink, when y'all chop it up, you put that crown on you and you wear that shit loud and fucking proud. Wear it loud and proud. Alright? You do it for yourself because you like that. You all that in the bag of chips, and you do that for whatever it is that you represent. Alright? Now with that being said, allow me to lead the way. I got my little crown. Now granted, it's a little something, something. It's a little something, something. Now soon enough, it's gonna be a real one. Soon enough, it's gonna be a real one. Don't y'all worry. Nicki Minaj did a thing on this one. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But let me go ahead and get my little hair right. It probably still ain't gonna look right, but shoot. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you know what? Like I said, I'll drink to everybody being royalty and being a divine power. I'll drink to that shit. Alright, let me go ahead and cut the music off. Let me cut it off. DJ D-Rec, cut the beat. Nah, I'm playing. Alright, y'all. But we gonna go ahead. We gonna get into it. Alright. Now, as for this episode of the Royal High Table, right? The first question that I had after what's it called? What question did I answer last time? I think it was, what was your favorite memory? The question after that I have was, what is your favorite sports team and why? Again, I am uncertain if I don't think I've answered this question, and because hold up, I got a burp. Excuse me. I don't think I've answered this question because I don't have a particular, even with what I'm about to tell you guys, I don't even have a go-to. I don't have a set answer. Sometimes especially when it's something predicated on me, I rarely have a freaking go-to. This is the end all be all. This answer right here. I don't know, man. That's just how I am. But nonetheless, though, as far as what team, what team is my sports team, I'm not even going to dodge the question and be like, you know what, I'm not even a sports team fan. I'm a fan of individuals, blah blah. I'm not even going to say all that. All right. What I will emphasize is for the teams that I'm about to mention, and I'll go and mention specific details. The overarching theme is championship pedigree, right? Is the winner status. Winner status, yeah. The winner status. I guess those that have the connotation of greatness, right? Of accomplishment, of achievement, right? And listen, I have a number of different teams. Most of them coming from the NBA. But as far as what's my favorite sports team? The first thing that I put down was the Miami Heat, and again, y'all, I may be like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna take a little bit of this, take a little bit of that, blah 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 blah, like it's one big ass buffet, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, I don't care. Shoot, I'm gonna do my shit. All right, but I would say Miami Heat, in particular, the Miami Heat during the LeBron James, the D Wade, and Chris Bosh, that particular era. The reason why I say that, to be honest, I think, when I think of championship pedigree, championship history, all the stuff that I just mentioned before, although I had a concept of what that really, I had somewhat of a concept of what that was, just because I was a fan of WWE, and and a big shout outs to WWE, even though I feel like their best years, like I feel like they're doing good now, but their best years are definitely long past them. Their best years are definitely long past them. I think their best years was in 2008, 2009. No, my fault. 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. But nonetheless, though, WWE, and even more specific within that, they and not only that, I'll even extend beyond those particular years, but for where I guess I sort of kind of got the sense and got the taste of, again, anything championship related, John Cena, because John Cena freaking won a lot of times. He won. I would say, shoot, damn, he's at 16. He's tied with Ric Flair for the most amount of championship wins. And not only that, he's had a lot of freaking championship defenses, a lot of championship retention. Another who's another one? I'd say Jeff Hardy. Now, granted, Jeff Hardy's only been he's only a one-time WWE champ, but nonetheless, though, he did have that triumph in 2009. That, I ain't gonna hold you, I don't think there's been anybody at my fault. Maybe The Rock, of course. Well, not maybe The Rock. Of course, The Rock. Of course, John Cena. Those two have been consistently, popularized. But I don't know. The only person I feel like could rival Jeff Hardy in 2009 when he peaked and he won the championship was Daniel Bryan. But nonetheless, though, I'm not gonna get off track or whatever. That is where I learned my early concepts of, again, championship related stuff. But nonetheless, though, I admire and I respect, and I'll always keep in mind, again, that the way, and my fault, of course Bosch was there, but it's really more so James and Wade. Like, that particular era of the Miami Heat, to me, that's why I was like, damn, that's championship shit right there. Because although I was unaware of NBA, NBA stuff or whatever at that particular time, and damn, my phone's going off. But anyway, although I was unaware of like stuff going on within the NBA at that particular time, I mean, I was aware of the fact that, shoot, LeBron was winning championships. I was aware of that fact. I was aware of the fact that he was wilding out. Him and Wade, they was both doing their thing. Bosch, the whole unit was popping and doing their thing. But nonetheless, though, James was at the forefront, and that's when James was at his peak in terms of athleticism. Of course, not in terms of of basketball IQ, because he's definitely a way smarter player now than he was then. But nonetheless, though, LeBron James is still good. There's still been excellent iterations of LeBron. Most notably, you could take that COVID championship run. You could take the 2018 playoff run. You could take the 2017 playoff run or the 2016 playoff run. But nonetheless, though, LeBron had enough freaking IQ when he was in Miami, and his athleticism and just about everything else was at a freaking max there. So, but nonetheless, though, again, I guess it'll ultimately end up defeating the purpose, defeating the question, just because, like, I only rock with Miami Heat. One, I like the white, red, and black. Not only that, I fuck with all of Florida. I represent and I rock with all of Florida, right? So not only that, they wilding out and they're doing their thing, in South Florida. Now, granted, I'm Southwest, so they ain't that. I mean, a couple hours or whatever to get from Fort Myers to Miami. But nonetheless, man, they still putting on for the state. They still putting on for Miami. So that's definitely, I definitely like that. But of course, I got some other answers, and I got a fuckload of other answers. Another. I also like the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, just like I like the white and red and the white and black and the black and red. That whole combo. I also like the white and gold. I also like the white and purple, the purple and gold. I like that shit. Those colors are also nice and colorful colorful to me. I personally like seeing that combination in terms of aesthetics, right? But of course, the Los Angeles Lakers, they definitely want to, bro. I think they have the most. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they have the most. Larry O'Brien championships, championship banners, all that other sort of jazz, hanging up. I think they got the most. But nonetheless, they've had many different eras. Of course, they have the Johnson and Kabar era. Did I say Kabar? I don't know. I feel like it might pick up that I said Kabar. No, I meant uh, Abdul Kabar. Let me say that Abdul Kabar era. Now, granted, I did not see that, so I'm not gonna speak too much on it. Outside of the fact that I know that Magic Johnson, and not only that, that whole team was star studded. All right, but those two again were at the forefront. Those two were at the helm. I'm not gonna speak too much on that because I ain't never see that. Not only that, I don't even know much about that outside of what I hear on sports talk shows. Right, but of course there's the Kobe and Shaq era. Not now. I did not. Oh, okay. I grew up. I was born in 2001, so I didn't quite catch this. All right, I was still a baby, but nonetheless, I heard about it. I know about it. Kobe and Shaq, man. This Kobe and Shaq. 1A to 1B, whoever it is that you want to put up top. Shaq is the most dominant big man. It's definitely at that time, and some may argue he just might be the most dominant big man ever. And then of course Kobe ain't no slouch. All right, he's one of the best freaking shooting guards ever. All right, and at that point in time, he was wilding out. I mean, shoot, Kobe was a legend, especially coming up clutch. All right. Not only that, they got the three-peat. They got the three. Bron and Wade got a repeat, but Bryant and Shaq, they got the three-peat, man. They got the three-peat. So it's a little something, something. But of course, I fuck with the recent iteration because I'm a LeBron James fan. I also like Anthony Davis, but I like the James and Davis new era, the James and Davis administration up in the Los Angeles Lakers. In that organization. So yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers. And granted, damn, there's so many different freaking. Here's my thing. I'll probably save some of this for another time. I'll save it for another question. But what I will say, just for my final answer, for this particular question, and this and you'll see why I mentioned although this particular team. I'm not lying about what I say about them with response to the question. But you guys will definitely see how it's connected later on. All right. But as far as the third team, this is the last team that I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. All right. The last team is the New England Patriots. Right. And of course, this is a freaking dynasty. This is one hell of a dynasty. All right. Now we can. I'll juxtapose. The Patriots with the Lakers. All right. Now with the Lakers, they have that's a dynasty, but they have multiple. Okay. Let me put it like this. That's one hellified dynasty, but they have multiple different kings, multiple different figures there that helped maintain, sustain, and grow the Lakers, to the legend, to what it is now, right? Now, as far as the New England Patriots, again, especially people within the New England area, people, who are Patriots fans, right? The Patriots dynasty started and ended with Belichick and Brady. Right, so it's although I'll say this: if there is multiple kings, multiple figures that's running that, it's only two. It's Brady and it's Belichick. There are other people of interest that helped, but those two are two people of interest. All right, now hold on. Let me take a little, a little bit of water. I'm feeling a little parched. All right, we good. But anyway, I had to say Brady and Belichick, just because I think I'm not even quite sure, like as far as do they have them. I think Brady does have the most rings. I think Brady does have the most rings for a player, and Belichick does have the most rings for like for a coach. I do think. I'm trying to think, because Brady. I think Brady's got the best record in the Super. Nah. Because even then, my apologies. I'm just running it across from like I'm just trying to dig back into my brain, just going off of like stuff that I've heard off of sports talk shows or whatever. Now they talked about Joe Montana being 4-0 in the Super Bowl. All right, now that's a little something. But Brady's like I don't know. He's like 5 or 6 and 2, 6 and. Nah. He's like 6 and 3, something like that. 5 or 3, 6 and 3, something like that. Something absurd like that. All right. But nonetheless, though, they not only that. I'll say this, especially from 2010 forward, because they won. I think they won a chip or two like prior to that in the earlier 2000s. But from like 2010 forward, they've been I don't know. Them boys have been wilding. All right, bro. Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl, man. Of course, they got they dueled it out with Eli Manning and the Giants in like 2007, but they also came back and ran that back in 2012. Of course, there's a matchup with the Eagles. There's the matchup with the Legion of Boom. There's the matchup with the Los Angeles Rams. There's the matchup with the Falcons. There's the matchup with the Chiefs. Bro, are you kidding me? Damn, and here's the thing though. Of course, as to be expected, because these teams that are making it to the final game are fucking. They're no slouches. they're like. They're no slouches. I can't speak too much for for the Eagles. I can't. I think they beat when they made it to the Super Bowl. I think they ended up beating the Seahawks, and of course the Seahawks, they always gonna be good as long as they have Russell Wilson. But it's like, but damn, it's like Brady really took on the Legion of Boom, got that shit, and he got a ring off them boys. Now, granted, that's a debatable one, because had Pete Carroll, bro, and this is so fucking. Pete Carroll's got to be so fucking stupid, because Marshawn Lynch has been his best year. Now, granted, Marshawn Lynch he was awesome the year before that, right? He was awesome the year before that, and then he came back and had an even greater year that year. Like Marshawn Lynch that was his peak. He was like, bro, this is fucking beast mode. And you decided to pass on the 1 yard line. You've got to be fucking you. Nonetheless, though, Nonetheless, though, Brady's got to ring off that shit. I just couldn't. But I'm not even gonna lie. Some of this shit is just fucking. But when because we now after a certain point, especially when Brady retires or whatever, I don't even know. This might be a little bit of time, but when we look back on it as historians, that shit's really gonna be something. Because it's like the fucking Falcons, 28-3 at halftime, and he came back and beat y'all fucking. And of course, it's a team effort. Football is a team effort. I definitely know that. I played football. But 28-3, y'all bro, God. But even then, at the same time, you can't trip too much, because Brady and the Patriots ended up losing to to the Eagles, and Brady passed for over 500 yards. So it's like damn, and it's like, well, damn shit. That's one of them that going by the numbers, bro. You deserve to win. So I don't know, but just looking back on it, it's like, bro, this is some like impossible shit. Like some people, I don't know. We may not ever look at Pete Carroll the same. Like, we may never look at Pete Carroll the same. Like, until the Falcons get a ring, we may not ever look at them the same either, bro. Because that's been a closer. And Julio Jones was wilding out, too. Not only just within the game, but leading up to it. And so is Matt Ryan, because I believe that was his MVP year. But, yo, what in the 28-3? Y'all got to be shitting me, bro. Come on. Come on, son. You got to do better than that. You got to close that out. But nonetheless, Brady made it happen. And then not only that, but a young GOAT, Patrick Mahomes, you know. Now, I'll say this, man. Although the Buccaneers won, I personally don't feel like Patrick Mahomes lost that. I don't feel like he lost that. I feel like he played his heart. And here's my thing. I saw the highlights. I didn't quite see the actual game, right? But personally, I feel like Mahomes played his heart out. I don't know. Of course, he's gonna be disappointed or whatever. But like, bro, I was like, yeah, no, ain't no shame in losing to Brady. Ain't no shame in that particular game, because he was literally doing every fucking. He was doing as much as he could as quarterback. But you know, sometimes it is what it is. But nonetheless, though, again, Belichick, Brady, Gronk, you know, whoever. I was about to say Randy Moss, but just missed the mark. Just missed the mark. Edelman for sure. I want to say Welker as well. Damn, those, bro. Listen, those were some connections. Those good connections. But I think they low key, they might be the best franchise. Now they definitely have the argument for that. The best freaking franchise. Well, it's not really debatable if they're the best franchise within the 2010s. All right, or maybe even. I'll keep it at 2010s, because again, there's stuff that's slipping past my mind that I'd have to take into account. Maybe we'll get into that another day. All right. But you know what? I've been going on talking about it for a little bit, but it's cool. Let's go ahead and move on to another question. All right. Next question. Okay. These next three, I don't quite know how long I'm gonna go for on these. But these are what I call the celebrity questions. All right. And I'll start off with this, right? It says, if you could be friends with any celebrity, who would it be and why, right? And of course, like as typical, I always got to do the most. I always have more than one freaking whatever, more than one what's it called? More than one answer. All right. Also, side note. Hey, y'all, my people on YouTube, I see the time is catching up. Now, pretty soon, this camera's gonna cut out on me. All right. So, as for my people on the podcast, I'm gonna take a little bit of time. Of course, y'all know, I'm a DJ my shit. You know, I'm a DJ my shit, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play a little bit of music or whatever. Matter of fact, you know what? Just so there ain't no, you know, mess ups or whatever, and all that other sort of jazz, and YouTube don't miss a whole lot much of anything. Y'all, everybody, I'm gonna cut the video right here. I'm gonna cut the video for you guys. Alright. Thank y'all so much for tuning in for part 1. But of course, y'all already know we gotta run that shit back, man. We still got some more. We still got some more shit we gonna talk about just before we lay our head to rest and we call it a night. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all in a little bit, alright? Peace and be easy.